Hello, trading is closed on November 29th, 2018. Yesterday we said unless we gapped over this high, lower prices should print at a target of 27.1871. There was resistance, there was no gap. We traded down but didn't hit the target, so that gets added to the list. Should print at some time, but it doesn't need to be anytime soon. We broke past resistance and couldn't hold it, which we'll talk about in a minute. It's a new target of 27.3669, not much under where we closed, but unless we gap over this high, or at least take it out promptly, that should print tomorrow. Well, here it said ultimately higher price it would print. Here it says this move is false and we should undercut this line. There's the target. Well, this finally gets thrown out the window, so the DeMark things failed me here. This break met his sustainability criteria and didn't work. We actually even traded over this trend line, which is not bad for a bull. We broke over this trend line without gapping over it. That means it won't stick, but all it means is you have to return to the line. We already returned to the line. It doesn't mean you won't break over it and stay over it, and that's pretty impressive stuff too. We had all kinds of things. Resistance right at yesterday's high. We broke through but couldn't hold it. Well, we had a new high and a negative close. It isn't a good sign. Rallied all day long. Couldn't hold on to any of these highs. That isn't a good sign. But this was my number. And breaking over the number takes out my stop. Now it's possible to get whipsawed here. There is something called a 2B top, where you trade briefly over the old high, reverse it, and get everyone stopped out, and then go in the direction you wanted. Tomorrow's pattern usually has a positive spin to it, usually has an early high and a late high, closes near the high. It doesn't mean you won't gap down first, and if you don't get the normal pattern, you usually drop in a straight line. If this is a 2B top, you really should drop pretty much from the open, ideally trade under this low, and that hasn't happened, and it might not happen. But if we start dropping from here, this little indiscretion, as it were, won't change anything. But if we keep going up from here, even though I have targets, they aren't as good as this one. Note that the 50-day and 200-a-day moving average are on the verge of crossing, and when they're crossing, it's called a death cross. A lot of times we'll go right up to the death cross and then stop. I don't know if that's going to happen here or not, but it's kind of disconcerting to me that we broke this high, and if we just pretty much drop right from the open, I can forgive it, but if we keep going up, I don't really have a good price target for the high, and that's today's call.